Morning, everyone, and we're here at the Cybersecurity Summit, and this is Data War Room Asia recording live. This morning, we have a special guest, Mr. Chetan Kamra, Senior IT Security Manager from Singapore Airlines, here with us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Resham.
Welcome to our podcast, and it's good to see you in a very exciting event here, a crowded event. But this podcast is about getting viewpoints from information security professionals from Asia, and it's good that you have joined us. So my first question is, please introduce yourself, your history
Sure.
in Singapore, before Singapore. Please go ahead.
So I am working in information security from last 15 years.
Right.
Moved into a lot of different companies. Started with Accenture, then moved to Optimum, then Standard Chartered, then Citibank, and then I moved into a lot of different roles from security operations to security engineering, managing SOC to parameter security, and then on compliance side also for external connectivity. In SIA currently I'm heading cybersecurity space, looking at all different IT security areas along with GRC, which is governance for IT, risk for enterprise risk, and IT compliance.
So it's great. You've worked for international companies, multinational companies, you
Yes.
did for Asian companies. How did you get into information security in general?
So I think when I was quite young, I realized that
You're still young, actually.
I thought and I realized that information as data
Yeah,
is the oil of next 100 years.
right,
Everything has to be data driven. Now, if data is the oil, how do we protect it?
right.
Then that's how I move into information security specific.
Okay, and how much has it changed since you've started?
I think it's changed. If you compare last 20 years, we have moved from on-premises to cloud environments. Now the boundaries are not limited to one data center or two data centers. Now it has moved to all people because everybody is holding mobile. Their mobile is itself is a data center.
Right.
People are sharing on WhatsApp. They have mails going out from different platforms. So data is everywhere.
So has it been challenging? I mean, as you've been across various industries, the users have changed. The information
Yes.
security challenge has changed. How has it changed? Has it become easier with more technology, more solutions out there, or is it becoming tougher because it's
So think of it like an ice cream, right? We take a candy, we take an ice cream. It's sweet, we like it,
Right.
So technology has its own sweetness.
right?
It's easy to use. All different ages of people can use it. It's very nice to do. But just as a sweet ice cream is, it gives us diabetic. So the technology has its own cons.
Right.
Example, everybody is holding a mobile,
Yes.
right? People are working from home.
Right.
How do we look at it? How do we protect them and also protect the data which they are currently using? The business needs data to drive, right?
Right.
It's a data-driven business everywhere, and it's a human who will drive the business.
Right.
Technology is a supporting role. So technology has its pros and cons. From security standpoint, yes, it's very difficult to manage. But with more technology coming in, more data-driven technologies, it has increased in a way that we can secure more people, and we can also provide information and business to drive globally.
Right. So is it a challenge, or do you think managing the convenience of access to data, having viewpoint and the security, is it always a balancing act?
It is a balancing act because
Right.
it's always a ROI of what we do. It's a challenging because data is flowing everywhere, not from new users to old users, new technologies to old technologies. It's always a challenge to manage. When the boundaries are increased, the attack vector has increased.
And you come from many different regulated industries, and I know that Singapore has become a hub in Southeast Asia, driving towards information security, driving towards new regulations, PDPAs. All of these frameworks and regulations affect yourself as a professional because you need to continue learning, you need to have continued growth and responsibility.
Correct.
What are your comments on being in Singapore and working for multinational companies? and now
Right.
an Asian company.
Right. I think let's go back 15 years before when there were very few regulations driven by mostly North America
Yes.
and some Europe.
Sure.
But moving forward, when we see the globalization is happening and more Asian talent is coming out, people like myself, there are a lot of other people, talented people who are coming out, and a lot of technology is developed in Asia now.
Right.
So, with all these technologies, we also need regulations
Right.
so that they are kept in the boundaries, it's well protected, and also the interest of the people are protected. So, regulations I think are good. All these frameworks are good if they are properly managed
And implement.
and implemented.
I totally agree. Last question before we go off. Do you feel that the thought leadership or information security in Asia has reached a maturity level where we are driving new ideas and we are driving new compliances and new responsibility, taking data seriously, taking data security
Of course,
seriously?
we are. Of course, I think Asia one of the is the biggest talent pool in the world today.
Right.
Right? Look at the countries like Singapore,
Yes.
Hong Kong, India, China. The talent is just too big, right? Now, going forward, how they're improving, I think they are very well improving. And looking 5 years ahead, I think there are a lot of Asian companies will be taking over a lot of the cyberspace.
Right.
For example, like Singapore have its own regulations
Yes.
to protect data.
Yes.
India has its own data protection. China has its own data protection.
Right.
China is coming up with their
Cyber-
own
cybersecurity
cybersecurity
law,
laws. India has its own cybersecurity
Right.
laws. So these are the biggest players in the Asia today, and they are already well versed that this is something which is going to happen, and it is a requirement of the hour as well.
Good, good. It's great. Thank you for your time today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Your opinions matter, and I hope you found this conversation very fruitful.
Oh yes,
Thank
you, Resham.
Thank you, Mr. Chetan. Thanks.
Thank you.